Hey everybody, what's happening? Michael Beretta. Thanks for checking me out today. Just going through some of the books that I have, and I came across one that I purchased even before I got deep into workplace culture, right? And it's just fascinating. I started to look through it. It's called The Daily Drucker. Right? It's by Pete Drucker. If you don't know who Pete Drucker is, he's essentially the father of management. And then in this book, he'd give a blurb for every day of the year, and then he would follow with like kind of an action point or an action item or some type of question to make you think about that blurb and see if you can apply it somehow in your workplace or in your environment, whether you're an employee or a manager. And the action point for this day, the theme was he was talking how he referred to himself as a social ecologist, and the action point was: are you and your organization change agents? What steps can you take to both change and balance change with stability? And that's fascinating because, more times than not, when you see change happen in a workplace, it's usually this big disruptive change as a result of something big that had happened, right? And then everybody just feels all out of sorts, everybody feels on edge, everybody feels anxious. Versus if you create a culture, if you start to establish a culture where change is the norm, where you have leaders that are looking for ways to create trends and ways to innovate, but you also have employees looking at their day-to-day routines and their day-to-day tasks and seeing how they can innovate those, then change becomes a natural flow. And it doesn't become this kind of disruptive event that happens in response to something that was already disrupting the natural flow of things to begin with. So when the culture actually becomes a change in progress, then change just becomes natural for everyone, and it doesn't become so disruptive, and it doesn't cause anxiety. So I think that's a fascinating thing to think about. How often do you, your leaders, and anybody else that's involved in your workplace actually think about change on a daily basis?